I don't know how to start, but I would like to thank the Attack on Titan team for bringing us a great anime, for impressing us with its story, and for making us think deeply with their philosophical approach. Most importantly, I would like to start the video with the second that made me tear up when I first watched it. I would like to invite a moment of silence, especially Henge Zoe and all the comrades of the expedition. In this video, I'm going to give you a review of the final word of Attack on Titan, and most importantly, I'm going to go into small details to clear up any confusion. It was never the real story of Attack on Titan, the real hero, in fact the whole hero, and the main focus was Mikasa, because the person who can end this oppression, who can end this burden, who can say stop everything and who can finally open the way to freedom was Mikasa. Yes, you know, if you watched my previous videos, I told you what freedom means and why the heroine wanted freedom. This product wanted freedom, to mention it in a very small way. Even though they find the ending of this anime very absurd and meaningless, there is a truth. Eren's goal was never peace. She just wanted freedom. He wanted to give his friends the same life that everyone else outside the walls had, and you know that already at the end of the anime, Eren recognized and gave his friends that right. And most importantly, he wanted to remove the godly powers in the world, and he was able to do that. In the world Eren left behind, everyone was free to make their own choices with what little they had. He wished that he didn't have the power to sell peace to billions of people, or the power to sell it, or the power to influence a future thousands of years in the future. And the whole point was that everyone could be equal. And of course, the real hero is already Mikasa, and the only one who has the potential to make it happen, the only one who has the potential to end it all. It was Mikasa. So when we watch the video, let's not forget that this main criterion affects the whole anime, because I watched it twice, but I was able to understand some parts. And I'm sure there are still people who watch it and don't understand it. So my advice to you is to know that there are two videos you need to watch, and you need to watch them. The first and most important one is the video where I tell the whole story of Attack on Titan in 9 minutes, and the other is my video called Attack on Titan Philosophy and the Real Story. By watching these, you can understand what I am about to say more deeply. Therefore, before starting the video, you can like the video in return for my labor. You can express your opinions in the comments and subscribe to my channel if you are not subscribed. Thank you to the friends who join, saying don't forget to come to my Discord server for theories. Welcome to my channel and video. Now, I want to start with the part that is most confusing here. The part where Mikasa, Armin and Eren talk in a different reality, independent of the event, because Eren realizes that he tried different ways in his conversation with Armin, but the result was not always different from the next one, and the only correct way was that 80% of humanity should die. The seemingly unrelated events shown to us are actually a few of the alternative paths that Eren tried. To give an example, Mikasa sees herself in a hut where Eren tells her to wake up. Eren tells her that 2 months have passed since the Marley War. He tells her that they are in hiding and that he hopes they can live the last 4 years in peace. He hugs her and tells her to throw the scarf away after she dies. He wants her to forget him and live a long life. Back in the real world, Mikasa ties the scarf and tells him that he can't do what he wants. She enters the Titan's mouth and cuts off Eren's head. In his dream, she tells him that she will see him later and kisses him while Ymir watches. As for Armin's dream, he berates Eren for driving them away and wonders what his true purpose was all this time. It seems that Eren wants to make the Paradise Scouts heroes for saving all of humanity, so that Marley and the rest of the world won't target them. He also explains Ymir's motives. She remained loyal to him even after King Fritz took her tongue and killed her family for falling in love with him. She has suffered for 2000 years, and only Mikasa can save her. Eren also reveals that because he can see the past and the future, he tries to change the outcome. But no matter what happens, the future is the same, like when he sent the Smiling Titan to kill his mother to save Berthold. He hopes they can all forget about him and move on, but Armin suddenly punches him. They fight and Eren breaks down as he explains that he doesn't want to die or leave them. However, the Rumble will kill 80% of humanity. This way, the rest of civilization will fall to the same level as Paradise, and no one will be able to take revenge. Armin sheds angry tears as Eren says it's his fault that Sasha and Hunger died. Armin suddenly says that he is also at fault and admits that he put the idea of a free and empty world in Eren's head. Armin says that they will suffer together in hell and hug. As they leave, Eren says that he will erase Armin's memories but will remember him when the time comes. It turns out that this conversation took place while Armin was on the ship with Annie. Similarly, Mikasa's dream was a conversation they had on alternate paths that Eren erased. Flashback to later, and Armin remembers the conversation with Eren. He sees Mikasa holding Eren's head and starts crying at the sight of his dead friend. Mikasa realizes that Eren actually visited them often. They realize that the result Ymir predicted was Mikasa erasing the power of Titans from the world. The reason why Mikasa is the key is quite meaningful. The anime doesn't make it clear why Ymir needs Mikasa to kill Eren, but Ymir is deeply committed to love. We now know that Ymir's obedience to royal blood is due to her devotion to the cruel King Fritz, who never returned her love and treated her like a slave. Despite the infinite powers of the founder, her emotions made her submit to him. To give up creating the Titans would have meant giving up his love for her, which he could not do. Ymir needed Mikasa to break the cycle by sacrificing her love, but not letting her go. Mikasa was never a slave like Ymir. She followed Eren down the darkest paths without obligation, yet she stepped up to oppose him when necessary. When Ymir watched Mikasa kill Eren, she was showing us that you can love a person to death and still oppose them, something Ymir could not do. For 2000 years, this process has been going on because Mikasa was the only one who could end the oppression. Now some of you will say, but at the end of the anime a child entered the same tree, so logically he will say that nothing is over again. The reason for this again is hidden in life itself. So I'll tell you about this philosophical point of view in tomorrow's episode. Wait for the second part. If you have watched this far, it means you liked the video. You can subscribe to my channel, express your opinions in the comments and support us by liking the video. Take care and see you in the next video. Goodbye!